Hello students, good morning everyone. Welcome to our English class. Today in this video, we are going to summarize all the chapters of our first term syllabus. So let's start it. The first one is the poem My Shadow. In this poem, the poet describes about his shadow, how the shadow always follows him and shows the imaginations of the pleasures a child is getting while being with his own shadow. Then after, it's a lesson number 1, Henry the Chameleon. This story is about a pet chameleon whose name is Henry. Describes the features of the chameleon, how a chameleon is different from our home lizards, and the different incidents have also been described in this story. How the grandfather saved the Henry, how he brought him home and brought him home to live with them, and how once Henry went to the nursery school and whatever chaos created over there all have been described in this story. The next chapter is a time to celebrate. This story is about the festivals, the different type of festivals we celebrate all around the world. It's like a conversation between a girl and her mother who is eager to get the information about the different festivals celebrated all over the world, and the mother was helping her out to complete the school project, to help her to complete the school project on the festivals celebrated all over the world. So the harvest festivals, religious festivals have been described in this story in a very brief and a very decorative manner. The next is our lesson number 3, which is what Lucy finds in the wardrobe. It's as I have described in our separate class of this chapter, that it's a small extract taken from the novel of The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, in which the 4 children, while exploring the house, went to an imaginary world, a world of fantasy. The girl named Lucy, while just moving through the house, exploring the house, went to a room where she saw a wardrobe, and there she went inside the wardrobe and reached a complete different land, a land full of adventures, full of fantasies and imaginations. After that is our lesson number 4, which is David Copperfield, My Earliest Memories. In this story, the poet has described as a child whose name is David, has described his earliest memories right from his birth, when he was about to take the birth. Before his birth, his father died. Then after his father's aunt left him just because he was born a boy and not a girl. And thereafter, at the age of around 8 years, when his mother married to a man, got remarried to the man named Mr. Murdstone, these memories, incidents have been described in this story. And then after came our poem, The Sparrow. This poem is written very beautifully by the poet, in which he had clearly described the human beings, how the human beings are deeply engaged and busy in all their life, in their daily life, their daily work, that they don't even care about the nature and the very beautiful creatures of the nature. In the sparrow, in this poem, it is being written how a little sparrow come to sit at the poet's window, and to get the attention of the poet, she sings, taps upon the window pane, but the poet continuously being busy in his work, neither don't care to notice the sparrow. And all the things have been clearly being very beautifully described in this poem by the poet, that we human beings are just living with a dead-end heart. Dead-end heart means a heart which lacks life. Life means that we are breathing, but we are not actually living. We are breathing only to earn, only to work and to get the material enjoyment. But we are not spending our time with the nature, with the creatures of the nature. So these things have been described in this poem. With it, our first term chapters have all been discussed. You have your question answers and word meanings. Go through them properly and study well. Thank you. Bye bye.